Now, Singapore's crypto landscape is under the microscope. Key summits, including Asia Crypto Week and Phil Singapore 2022, taking place there next month. Regulation there and elsewhere in Asia are going to be key areas of focus for those discussions. Forkast Nikita Koirala has this lowdown on what's currently happening in crypto in the Lion City.
Singapore, it's the land where millions of economic dreams have come true, and it's now one of the biggest crypto hubs across the globe. But the city-state is no wild, wild west. Authorities here insist they want to foster innovation with responsibility. During his speech for the 2022 Point Zero Forum, Deputy Prime Minister Heng Swee Keat called Web3, blockchains, and NFTs a new wave of technology that are not well understood or defined, but have the potential to be game changers. And according to the largest bank in the Lion City, its financial regulators are grounded in the reality while creating a system of tomorrow.
I think Singapore is right in the center. If you read the pronouncements of the government as well as the regulator, they've been pragmatic. They want to be a hub for blockchain for sure. They want to be a hub for central bank digital currency thinking, particularly in the wholesale side. They've experimented a lot with other forms of retail, though they've said they're going to watch it, they're not going to lead with that. But they're leading a lot of the stuff on wholesale, CBDC, settlement engines, etc. So they clearly want to be there.
Well, the Monetary Authority of Singapore, or MAS, has made it quite clear that crypto trading is not meant for the ordinary person, as it clamped down on crypto ads in newspapers, magazines, and social media earlier this year. But this hasn't dampened crypto firms from pushing ahead. The MAS says it has received more than 170 applications for digital payment token licenses since last July. According to media reports, to date, only 14 companies ranging from crypto exchanges to payment solution providers have been granted either an in-principle approval, or IPA, or a major payment institution license, also known as MPI, to set up business in the city-state. Even a giant like Binance, the world's biggest crypto exchange, had to rethink its strategy and end up withdrawing its license application in the country as it couldn't meet the regulatory requirements per reports, while many others have had their applications turned down. That caution became even more understandable given the recent market moves. $2 trillion worth of market capitalization has been wiped out from the digital currency since its peak in November 2021. The juggernaut that started with the Terra crash has led to crypto exchanges halting withdrawals and hedge funds closing shop, sending the market into a tailspin. And Singapore was home to quite a few of the crypto firms that found themselves in trouble, including Three Arrows Capital and Hodlnaut. The latter, in fact, had received in-principle approval by the MAS to provide crypto services just a few months ago. Despite the crypto chill, those that have remained in Singapore welcome the regulation and the caution.
We fully appreciate regulators' mission to protect customers from risk that they may not understand. So this is something that comes with an engagement with regulators in Singapore or elsewhere to explain and find ways to educate customers better. So there is ways to distribute and market the products that are available. It's a journey, and it's important to respect that each country has different approach to it, and they have good reasons for making those decisions.
And not only crypto giants, but the city's de facto sovereign wealth fund, Temasek, is gung-ho on the future of digital currencies and the potential upside offered by crypto investments.
In a sense, Web3 has now become the term which is being used more commonly, but really we see this as an iteration of the internet where a move away from very centralized business models. We don't want to be head in the sand just in the few ideas that we believe in and are executing against, but we are able to see now a very wide range of interesting opportunities. In fact, I think the key thing for us from here is how do we prioritize our time? Because in this space, you could almost be like a kid in a candy store.
While innovation is high on the agenda, so is keeping the common man and woman and their investments safe.
Singapore, at the same time, is quite conscious of the other part of the spectrum, the suitability agenda. And Singapore is always very careful about putting the man on the street at risk, and about the AML KYC agenda. And therefore, if you look at the pronouncements, they talk on both sides of the camp. They want to be a big center, but they want to do it in a controlled way.
As Singapore tries to strike a balance between being a global crypto hub, fostering innovation, and keeping investors safe, the question at this point is, where do we go from here?
I also think that Singapore shapes the regulation for the region, right? So Singapore has always been out in front from a regulatory perspective. You know, every time that we engage with other regulators, they kind of ask us, what is Singapore doing? You know, and from my perspective, it's always great to be on the forefront of that regulation and being able to shape regulation that was going to impact the region.
All eyes certainly are on Singapore as it leads the way in blockchain innovation and regulation. For Forkast, I'm Nikita Koirala.
Well, for all the latest blockchain news and developments in the Lion City, make sure that you attend Phil Singapore 22 Summit. That kicks off September 26th right here in Forkast's backyard.